Over time, our spaces accumulate stuff, aka clutter. Even though it seems to be a natural part of the consumption process, I find that a lot of the time when those things are left untouched, it can begin to overwhelm me, cause me to lose sight of what's important, and lend a hand to some pretty unhealthy habits. If you can relate to this, keep watching. While I do occasionally get rid of the odd item that isn't serving its purpose in our home, I really appreciate what a larger scale declutter does for my mental health and the overall feel and flow of our home. We've been living in this condo for about 2 years now, and I think it's about time to really go through our belongings that have sort of piled up and become a little too comfortable. So over the next few weeks, I'll be going through our entire condo to minimize clutter and simplify our everyday spaces. Let's get started. So to start off this mini declutter series, we are entering our bathroom or washroom, whatever you call it. This is a space that I feel like I am constantly organizing and rearranging, and I have come to realize that it is simply because we have too much stuff. And when I say we, I mean me. JR is a very minimal and simple guy as it is, so most of the stuff that you're seeing here is actually mine. So the first thing that I do when I am decluttering is I take everything out to an extent. As you can see here, I am emptying out just the cabinet portion of this vanity. And the reason why is because obviously I have limited counter space, but I also don't want to overwhelm myself with stuff and then kind of take forever to declutter it, if you know what I mean. So doing this, one, allows you to see everything that you own, and it also, I feel, speeds up the decluttering process because you can easily see whether or not you have duplicates or if something is, I guess, extra and you haven't reached for it in a really long time. Next step after taking everything out is to purge the excess. Now, depending on what exactly you're decluttering, the difficulty of the task could vary. For me, things in the bathroom have clearly become clutter, and this year is all about simplification for me, so I'm pretty motivated to get rid of anything that is not serving its purpose and anything that I haven't reached for in the last 3 months. For personal care in particular, you can quickly get rid of anything that is expired, things you haven't touched in the last 3 months, or even the last month if you want to go to the extremes, products that you've tried and didn't like or didn't get the expected results from, and things you've been holding on to simply because someone gifted them to you and you feel bad getting rid of them. Going through this list mentally definitely helps to speed up the process and quickly reveals the things that you truly need and love to use. For spaces that are really cluttered, like this skincare drawer, for example, I find it really helpful to just focus on the one section at a time. So I could empty out all 3 of my drawers if I wanted to, but because there was so much in this one, I knew there was going to be a lot of decisions that I had to make because I had multiple skincare items and I really don't need that many. And so I decided to just work on this one at a time, and it really helped to speed up the process and also just allow me to make those decisions a little bit easier. I find that doing a large declutter or even a small declutter is the perfect opportunity to clean out the space. For example, in this drawer, I had little sticky residue from all of the skincare products that over the past few months had maybe spilled a little bit, and it just got really gross. So I always clean it out before I place any of the items back. And this is also another opportunity to move things around. So if you have containers like these ones, feel free to rejig and just kind of figure out a way to make it a little bit more efficient for you if what you had in the past wasn't working as well as it should have. The way that I am simplifying this area of our home is by refining the categories of items. I truly feel like when there's too much stuff, it overflows into spaces that it doesn't really belong in. For example, my hair tools have always been under the sink because I had way too many products that I wasn't using in the hair drawer. By decluttering the excess, I was able to fit all of it comfortably into that one drawer. At the end of decluttering the bathroom, I was left with this many storage bins, and it just goes to show how much excess we have. And it's not about buying more organizational solutions. It's really about decluttering and getting rid of that excess because we have more than we need, you guys. This is everything that I decluttered, and most of it is going to be going to friends and family because honestly, it is in really, really good condition. There were some expired products that obviously I'm going to throw out, but most of this stuff is things that I don't use anymore, things that I didn't like the results of, duplicate items, things that I kept for my fantasy self and that are not worth keeping. All right, moving on to the everything drawer. I call it this because there's really no one category of items in here, it's multiple, and it's just because we have a lot of space in this drawer, so I'm trying to make it as useful as possible. But the biggest thing here that I decided it was time to declutter was my perfumes. And the reason why is because I have been justifying keeping all of these, saying to myself that I use them all, that I equally love them all, and it's just not true. I think I've grown a little bit in that sense, which I am grateful for. And so I need to really just let go of the excess here. A lot of this was also just kind of rearranging things to make it easier to find the essentials like sunglasses and belts, because there was so much stuff in here that we were just kind of rustling through the piles of things and making an even bigger mess just to get one item. So that's what I'm doing here. We didn't really declutter much in this area. But the perfumes, I kind of took my time with this, I guess. I really went through and I smelled each of them. Some of these definitely hold memories for me, but I try not to, keep them if I'm not actually using them. A couple of them also smelled very similar, and so I got rid of those, obviously, that were kind of duplicates. And I think that I ended up getting rid of like 6 to 8 perfumes in total, and then one of Jared's colognes, which he never wears either. There are some perfumes that I wear seasonally, and so I did keep, I would say, a handful of extras that I really do love but haven't been using recently, but I'm keeping them to see if I get use out of them throughout the year. And if I don't, then obviously they will go in the next declutter. And last but not least, we are going through my jewelry box for this decluttering episode. This is something that has been, a long time coming. I feel like I have accumulated quite a few new pieces. One of my new favorite brands is Pilgrim Canada. I will link them down below if you guys want to check out their pieces. But I've got some fantastic earrings from them, as well as a bracelet that I really love. These floral ones are from Pilgrim actually as well. I wish I wore these more. I've worn them once. I do really, really love them, but I just know I'm not going to get as much use out of them as I should, but I think that they might look really great on my mom, so I'm going to give those to her. That's the thing with jewelry. I find that I keep a lot of these pieces just in case, or for that one time that I might want to wear them. And when that time comes around, I don't even grab for them. I really go back to my basics, the things that I am always wearing, that are always on repeat. So I was really realistic when I went through these pieces. And as you can see here, I have this mini jewelry box. I think it's like a travel case from Lanier. And I am actually attempting to put all of my jewelry that I'm keeping in this one case. So it's a pretty big difference, I would say. I definitely feel like it's going to help me make quicker decisions when it comes to putting on my jewelry, but it's also just going to allow me to get the most use out of these pieces, because jewelry deserves to be worn, you know what I mean? In the end, I was successful at clearing this jewelry box out. I think just having the box was helping me keep pieces that I really didn't need or use, and going down to just this one tiny box, even though it is filled with jewelry, It's not overflowing, I wouldn't say it's overflowing, and it's just the stuff that I love, that has the most value to me, and that I know I'm going to wear. So I feel really good about this one. And then I have this one little box with memory pieces that I'm going to keep in storage for when Ella grows up, because these ones in particular have sentimental value. This is the stuff that I am getting rid of, and I'm going to kind of open it up for friends and family if they see anything that they like. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing this first part of my decluttering mini-series, and I'm looking forward to sharing more with you soon. As always, if you found my experience helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It's a really big help to me, and if you're new here, hi, feel free to hit that subscribe button for more videos on slower, simplified living. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.